Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Tara Green, roaming the Pacific Northwest wild and free. Today I'm in Southern Oregon, and I'm going to be trying out a solar oven that was given to me to use by my friend Aaron Fletcher, who has been homeless for 12 years, and his website is 123homefree.org. He calls himself home free rather than homeless because he is not with less. And he's leading by great example in alternative ways where we can live sovereignly and freely in harmony with the earth. He does that in a very unique way because he has animal companions, 2 sheep that live with him. So please go and check out his website and his YouTube channel. As living in my box van goes, I conserve water as much as possible. So I have this jug here that I use on the tailgate, and I wash my dishes with it. So that's what I'm doing now, so I can use these dishes to cook with. And I save the water after I've washed my dishes with it to water my plants. Solar oven that I'm going to be using. When it opens up, these reflect and bring in a lot of sunlight, and this long tube is very efficient and small. So that is what I'll be cooking in. And I'm making a chocolate chip zucchini bread. Chopping up some zucchini right now, and then I'll be using this Theo's fair trade organic vegan chocolate that I pulled out of a dumpster when I was in Seattle. I was able to recover 10.5 pounds of chocolate from the dumpster. Just added some flax to the bread, which acts as a binder, and it's full of omega-3s. For the flour, I'm using buckwheat and some garbanzo. Okay, so I'm about ready to put the zucchini bread in the oven, and it's important to leave this oven closed until it's time to start heating it, because it will heat very fast, and the glass, it's possible for it to shatter from not being preheated from the cold metal being put into it. Jesse?
Jesse.
Alright, so let's see. The bread is ready to bake. It's going in the oven. And now into the sunshine. Apparently this doesn't even need direct sunlight to work, but I'm trying it out here in the sunlight. So we'll check on that in a little bit. While my bread is baking, I just wanted to tell you about the risk that it is to be baking bread in a solar oven, because that's illegal here in Ashland to cook in a solar oven on public land, which this is a road. It's according to Ashland Municipal Code, Chapter 10.46. So, in relation to this unjust law to criminalize cooking out of a solar oven, please call Mayor John Stromberg at 541-552-2104 and let him know that you would like this law to be dissolved. Chapter 10.46, it prohibits camping, which essentially criminalizes homelessness, and it criminalizes necessary basic acts that a human must perform in order to survive. And all humans have value and have a right to exist and to be here peacefully and freely. This defines to camp to mean to set up or remain in a campsite, campsite being defined as means any place where bedding, sleeping bag, or other material used for bedding purposes, or any stove, fire, or cooking apparatus other than in a designated picnic area is placed, established, or maintained so as to exclude the use of public property by the general public, whether or not such place incorporates the use of any tent, lean-to, shack, or any other structure, or any vehicle or part thereof. And here in Ashland, there are many people living out of their vans. You can see there's a van here as well in the background, and this is just on a residential street. So, a campsite being defined this way basically will allow the police to cite or even jail people based on this definition, which includes any place where bedding, sleeping bag, or other material is used for bedding purposes. So simply having blankets or bedding on you in a public park is a crime. It's illegal to go into a public park and take a nap in the afternoon, and it's illegal to sleep in your own vehicle in your own private property. So that is just like insanely unjust and disregards basic human rights. There's such thing called the Homelessness Bill of Rights, which a lot of states are considering accepting. Oregon is one of those that's considering it, but this particular city is criminalizing the homeless and essentially trying to push them out of town and make the homelessness not visible and not able to be seen. But there are many people who are living in their vans, and they're not here to do harm. They're very conscious people who are actually here to create a lot of change. As I've driven around the city, I've looked at the bumper stickers on many of the vans that people are living in, and they're usually very conscious, saying things like, "Be the change you wish to see," "Go vegan," "Support local farmers." They're talking about turning cell phones off, stopping 5G. A lot of the people in the vans are here to enrich the community. They're here temporarily, or some are staying longer. Some work here and live here, and some are just passing through as tourists and are attracted to Ashland for its spiritual community. There are a lot of amazing events that take place here, and so I would really like to see these unjust laws that criminalize peaceful freedom to be dissolved. And if you would like that as well, please remember to call the mayor, Mayor John Stromberg, 541-552-2104, and let him know that you would like Chapter 10.46 that prohibits camping to be dissolved, because that basically criminalizes sleeping and eating, which are necessary human functions in order to live. How long do you think that took?
Maybe 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes? I think it took like an hour, but then again, I forgot to look at the clock. But here we are with our illegal bread that has been baked in the solar oven.
That is such an interesting design.
It is. It's really a thin tube so it can bake more quickly.
Is it warm?
It is warm. It's really warm. You can stick your
Oh,
fingers
there it
like
is.
inside of it, and it's hot. I think it can get like, I think I remember Aaron saying it can get like 400 degrees or something. It's definitely hot. The zucchini bread looks great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Dig in. Let's try it out. Mmm. Wow, that's good.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's good. And there's no reason why people should not be cooking with solar ovens. And as Thomas Jefferson said, if a law is unjust, it is not only a man's right to disobey that law, he's obligated to do so. We're obligated to disobey unjust laws because we need to speak up and create change and stand up for our rights.
I like the sustainability aspect of this. You do not need to have propane or electricity.
Yeah.
We could have driven off into the forest, or a place with forest, but then also a grassy area outside of the forest. There could be sun, so the leaves wouldn't block it, and then you could have this.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. You can cook anywhere, off-grid, so you don't need electricity. You don't need a fire if there's like fire danger season. I really like cooking out of my Whirly Girl, but during fire season, this is like a really good alternative.
Yeah, fire season coming up in Southern Oregon. Stay tuned. So the shape of the solar oven, that's how you cook in it.
You just open it up like this. These actually come all the way down, and kind of you can like create a stand, and you can angle it. And those pick up the sun, and then it's like...
So what else would you conceivably cook in this thing?
Bread seems to be a really good thing to bake in it. I know Aaron bakes a lot of bread in his solar oven with grains that he harvests wild, that he picks up along the street. And this, I mean, you could really bake anything. Like, this is really yummy bread. I thought about doing, like, baking some stuffed peppers in it. We could put, like, jalapenos or something along there. It's not very big, so there's not a lot of space, but I think for that reason, breads are a really good idea, because you can get like a lot of food like densely packed in there. Yeah, you could probably bake just about anything in it. Anything small enough to fit in this little tube. Well, yeah. So there it is. There's our bread.
Came out very well.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to stay wild and free. Blessed be.